gamers, wake up your family, get a hold of your friends, because it is time for your favorite TV show that's all about the city of Kingsport, this great community that we call home. It is the award-winning Kingsport Chamber Zone. Here standing with me is my good friend and golf enthusiast Bob Fegans with the Kingsport Chamber. I am Laura Woods with Eastman, and we are coming to you today from one of Bob's favorite places because it is a golf course, and that of course would be Cattails at Meadowview.
Always love coming here, even if we're not playing golf, although it is a little bit more difficult just being in a suit here today. But so happy to be here at Cattails at Meadowview. This beautiful, picturesque, and challenging championship golf course is very popular among golfers in the region. We're going to take you on a tour of this beautiful course and tell you what's new here at Cattails when we chat with its director of golf, Pete DeBrawl, in just a moment.
And you would probably argue that golf courses are beautiful gardens,
yes,
wouldn't you?
Beautiful gardens in the world, absolutely.
So maybe that's not quite what Keep Kingsport Beautiful had in mind when it set up its Saturday in the Gardens event, but nonetheless, you will have an opportunity to check out some beautiful private gardens here in Kingsport when KKB kicks off that fantastic and very popular event, as well as some of the other exciting things that they have coming up this summer. We will have the ever-popular Robin Cleary on our show to tell us all about Saturday in the Gardens, as well as what KKB is up to.
And a little later on your CZ, we'll turn to the serious topic of Alzheimer's. Unfortunately, many are affected with this horrible disease every year. Not only affects those with the disease, but it also affects the loved ones and family members. Well, the Alzheimer's Association of Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia works every day to not only help those with the disease, but also to provide care and support for the loved ones. We'll have January Tankersley and Jenny Jenkins on the show to tell you about all that they're doing, about some special events they have coming up where you can help.
So much to cover here on your Kingsport Chamber Zone, but we're not the only event that's hopping. There's a lot going on in Kingsport, so here are the latest events.
We are so happy to be joined by our host for today's Kingsport Chamber Zone, a great friend to your Kingsport Chambers. He is Pete DeBrawl, the director of golf here at the Cattails at Meadowview, a position he has held since the course opened in 1998.
It's a long time, Bob.
It is a long time. I remember meeting you, Pete, on your first day here in 1997 because you came actually when the course was under construction. Right. So here we are, nearly 20 years later.
It's amazing.
Yeah, well,
that's fantastic. I think that's fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I can't believe how fast it's gone, but yeah, we've been humming right along. It's just a great experience, and obviously the people around here have just been wonderful. So yeah, it's been a fun ride.
Good.
Well, it has been a fun ride, and speaking of fantastic, this course is absolutely fantastic. You've got a beautiful layout here, a gorgeous course. So give us a tour of Cattails at Meadowview.
Would love to. Would love to. It's just still one of my favorite things when people come for the first time, because the front nine's pretty flat. We kind of call it our Florida course, pretty wide open. But then when they get to the back nine, that is Northeast Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah.
Up and down Base Mountain, through the wetlands. You're kind of back there on your own, very private, a lot of wildlife back there. So it's, all in all, just a fantastic golf course. I've really never had anybody come off the 18th saying that isn't what I expected. Their expectations are met and then some. Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
It's so good to see, and it's a public course, which means that of course there's always a lot of attention paid about the revenue that is generated for the city. So how are we doing so far?
And that does come up a lot. Obviously, we are owned by the city of Kingsport, so. We've had a little decline in rounds played, like the rest of the golf industry, since 2008. But we've weathered the storm. They've been very supportive of us keeping the golf course in good shape. We haven't cut any corners there. And boy, we've had a fantastic March and April. So maybe the trend's going. I think Mother Nature's helped us a little bit, but maybe we're starting to see a few more people get back to playing a little more golf.
Maybe your staff is helping out too.
I think that might have a lot to do with it, young lady.
Here you have an excellent new addition to your staff.
We do. And Chris has worked out wonderfully. I mean, just a godsend. So yeah, that is fantastic.
Thank you.
So we appreciate that. And hopefully we won't keep them away from you too much this summer, but hopefully we'll have a busy summer, so maybe.
No, I mean,
yeah.
let's face it. If he's working here at this golf course, I mean, you couldn't ask for much better than that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Well, in addition to a great staff and a great team, you also have a wonderful pro shop here. But Laura, we almost didn't get to do this interview because Laura had to pull me out of it because you have so many wonderful items, apparel, golf merchandise. Tell us about your pro shop.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
No, we try to keep as much active wear because we do get a lot of hotel guests that come down looking for something, meeting room, they need little sleeves or something like that, or going out for the evening. So we try to keep a lot of active wear along with the golf merchandise and equipment. So everything changes so much these days with equipment. Almost all the manufacturers are switching every year, so we're constantly getting in the latest and greatest. So please stop by anytime if you're looking for a shirt or new club. We should have it all.
Well, and great gift ideas too, Pete. Not only just for golfers, but people looking for Christmas presents, birthday presents. This is a great place to pick up some of those wonderful golf items.
Is that a hint?
Yes, just a present for your coach. Just
Well
a good
done,
friend
sir.
present.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, so I would encourage you to check the inventory of your pro shop after we leave. Just
I am watching you two now as we speak.
Just to be sure. So
Okay.
you also, though, are able to offer lessons to the public here as well, and you have a great practice range where you're able to do that. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
We do, Laura, and highly, highly recommend that. For as many golfers that are out there, it just kind of surprises me how many don't take lessons, and because a lot of times it's just one lesson that can, a little tip here or there, that can make your golf game so much more enjoyable.
Right.
So we host the Tri-Cities version of their clinics. We host their clinics out here. We also host the first tee, and that's at tricitiesgolf.org. But if you want personal lessons, Chris, as we mentioned, great instructor, Rusty Jones, Sean Hensley, give us a day or two notice, whatever time works for you, and we can have an instructor ready for you.
That's great.
And you can also just come out and use the facility as well. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And Pete, for those who have their games in great shape and who plan on playing many rounds out here at Cattails, then they should definitely take advantage of your discount card. Tell us about that and how much money people can
it's such a
save.
great deal.
It is a great deal.
It really is. It really is. It's $125, and that's good through December 31st. Takes $12 off your 18-hole round each and every time you play, $6 off your 9-hole. So, for example, a senior, 55 or older, the most he's ever going to play to ride during the week as a card holder is $24.
Wow.
Off season, that's $22 for him. So,
That's great.
fantastic deal. 15% off any merchandise purchase, 20% off dinner entrees at the Meadows Restaurant. Can't beat that. We throw in a free round. And also, the Marriott Reciprocal Program, you go stay at the Orlando World Center, for example. We get you a great deal on the golf because you're a member, per se, of Cattails, the Marriott family.
Does it also get you a discount on the world famous hot dogs that you have here?
That it does, Laura. We got to hold firm to those hot dogs. It does in there.
I mean, I hear nothing but rave reviews about the
Thank
hot
you.
dogs,
Thank
and so
you.
I just felt like I needed to mention that.
Hot dogs have always been famous here. Even on the old Meadowview course,
Well,
you were famous for your hot dogs.
We're
here,
living
so,
up to that tradition, so we try hard. We do.
So, Pete, if people want more information, they want to get a tee time on the books, they just want to find out a little bit more about the course, what's the best way to get that?
Perfect. They can call 578-6622, cattailsgolf.com, or just pull in the circle, come run in and ask any questions, Laurel. Yeah, we're here. We're here to help.
That's awesome. Well, Pete DeBrawl, Director of Golf here at Meadowview Cattails, we are so happy to have you.
Thank you.
And thank you for hosting us today, providing this beautiful backdrop. It's been hard to keep Bob's attention because, he wants to go out and play, which he may end up doing.
And we'll let him do
And Laura
that.
will
Yeah,
probably
absolutely.
gladly let me.
I was not going to say that.
Oh,
but,
okay.
but thank you for hosting us
Thank
today.
you,
We
Laura.
appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Bob. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Pete. And when we come back on your CZ, we'll tell you how easy it is for you to tour some of Kingsport's most beautiful private home gardens. And welcome back to your Kingsport Chamber Zone on location from the beautiful Cattails at Meadowview.
I don't know what y'all think is so funny. It is a wonderful time of the year for you to get out and put a little bit of flair into your gardens at your house. And boy, does Keep Kingsport Beautiful have just the perfect program for you. It is Saturdays in the Gardens, one of the best events that KKB puts on for you. And here now to tell us more about it is a frequent CZ guest, one of our dear friends, Robin Cleary, who is the director of Keep Kingsport Beautiful, the nationally award-winning, and I'm going to go ahead and say nationally renowned Keep Kingsport Beautiful.
I like that. We'll go with that.
Because, well, I mean, because it's
That's
impressive.
true.
I
Go
mean,
with the truth.
the trophy case is impressive for what you've been able to do at KKB. So we can't wait to hear more about Saturday in the Gardens, but first, give us an overview about KKB.
Well, KKB is a program that is a partnership between the City of Kingsport and the Kingsport Chamber. We are really the environmental arm. If I had to, boil it down to nuts and bolts. So we work a lot on environmental education with the public, a lot of community cleanups and environmental cleanups, hazardous waste handling and recycling and education and litter prevention education, and a lot of community beautification projects.
Yes.
We have our tree fund.
And let's give Domtar a little more props for just a moment, because people have not driven down Fort Henry Drive. Those 100 trees lining that 4-lane, it's just absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it is. They're a mixture of Cherokee dogwoods and paperbark maples. And the dogwoods bloomed this spring, and so they looked fabulous as soon as they were out. But that is going to make a really nice tree-lined corridor that is going to, in the next couple of years, when we get a little height on those trees, they look great now, but they're going to look really, really nice. And those paperbark maples are trees that they've got a decorative bark on them and a really pretty leaf in the fall of the year, and we all know what dogwoods look like in the fall, so it's going to look really nice.
That's awesome.
100 trees for Domtar's 100 years in Kingsport, so thanks to them for doing that. Well, Robin, let's chat gardening, which is, I know, something you thought you never hear me say. But as Laura mentioned, you have a wonderful event coming up. It's getting a lot of attention. It's great for the gardener lovers. So tell us about Saturday in the Gardens.
It is our biannual Saturday in the Gardens tour. We are really excited about it. Saturday, June the 18th. The hours are from 9 until 2. We've got 5 really nice private gardens in the city of Kingsport on our tour. I've got 2 in the Park Hill district, which I think is a really a hidden gem in the city of Kingsport. If you're not familiar with the Park Hill district, right up off of Sullivan Street with the Revival Tudor homes, there are some really nice homes up there. It's got a really sweet park that's right in the middle of the neighborhood, but we've got the Norrell Garden and the Mead Garden, 2 very different garden types up there. The Norrell Garden is just, it's actually been on the tour about 6 years ago, and I kept having folks ask if we were going to have it back, so we are. Skip Norrell was very generous in doing that. It's just amazing outdoor living spaces with a lot of tropical plants and little hidden rooms, outdoor rooms, a really nice pool. And then the Mead Garden, Todd Mead's garden on West Winola, I'm excited about it. He has got a really nice hardscape backyard. So he designed this for his friends to enjoy, be able to enjoy an outdoor space. And it's going to be really, I think, interesting for folks to see this little oasis, really all right in the middle of downtown Kingsport.
Right.
And so we've got that on the tour. Then we've got the England Garden out in Preston Forest, which has got a very English garden type feel to it. And again, a really nice pool area that and that lot goes up into the woods in Preston Forest. So it's all of these have their own little unique pieces to them. Then we have the Hedrick Garden in Colonial Heights. Nina Hedrick is a really good volunteer for Kingsport Beautiful, and her property is just amazing. She has got a 15-foot pond, a circular pond in the backyard with waterfalls going into it. So a lot of aquatic plants and a lot of different types of fish. She's got over 55 different varieties of hostas on her property.
Wow.
So that's another unique one. And then we're really excited to have the Purdue Garden on West Main Street in downtown Kingsport. The first time that we've had really a outdoor living spot in downtown Kingsport. You know, we've got more and more folks living in our downtown area and a variety of housing options. And what the Purdues have done on this lot that dates back to 1917 is make just this really nice, again, another different type of urban space with what they've done with that garden. It's enjoyed immensely by them and by people that pass by every day. So we're going to have our refreshments actually on the tour in that garden, and I've also been working with the Art Guild, Kingsport Art Guild, and we're going to have a few artists that'll be working in the gardens that Saturday. So that'll be that's always nice to see what someone else's perspective is on something that you're looking at. And so I feel like we're excited to partner with them. That's a good opportunity for them, and a nice little addition for our folks that are going to tour the gardens. Our tickets go on sale next Monday, May the 9th, I believe that is. And the tickets are $20 pre-sale. But they're going to be $25 the day of at the garden. So go ahead and come in and get your tickets early. It's a nice little price break for that. This is what your ticket will look like. It's a brochure that has information on all the gardens as well as directions to each of the gardens in it.
Because it's a self-guided tour.
It's a self-guided tour.
People come and go as they please.
Come and go as you please. Start where you want. That way you can. If there are always going to be a few gardens that draw you more than others, and so you can spend as much time as you want at those until the homeowner kicks you out at 2 o'clock. And you know, it's rain or shine, and always wear comfortable shoes and be aware that you know, these are people's homes and their yards, and so there's uneven terrain and things like that. Everything may not be accessible for everyone, and so just kind of keep that in mind. We ask that you not bring strollers and that you not bring pets, obviously. Again, these are people's homes and gardens. But come out and enjoy it. These tickets would, you know, be a great birthday present for someone that they've got coming up. Great for a group of garden club folks to get together. If you've got a bunco group, a Sunday school group, anything like that, if you want to get together and come out and just see how folks are making their own little private space on their properties.
Well, and it can give other people an opportunity to get their own ideas about what they might want to do with their gardens.
And we will have master gardeners on hand at all of the gardens, so they can answer questions about the different type of plants, the annuals, perennials.
Robin, always a lot going on with Keep Kingsport Beautiful. If people want more information on your events, want to get tickets for Saturday in the gardens, or just learn more about KKB, where can they find you again?
Well, they can find us at the Kingsport Chamber of Commerce website, and so you can go to that, or you can call it 392-8814. And we'll be glad to answer any questions, sign you up to volunteer, sell you tickets, just about anything.
That's great.
Well, Robin Cleary with the nationally renowned Keep Kingsport Beautiful, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for the incredible, amazing job you continue to do to keep our city so clean and beautiful.
Thank you, Robin.
Thanks, Robin.
Stay tuned. When we come back, we'll have information on how you can help out the local Alzheimer's Association.
And welcome back to your Kingsport Chamber Zone, on location from Cattails at Meadowview.
You know, I would bet that almost everyone out there knows somebody who has been impacted by Alzheimer's, if it's not in fact themselves. It is a disease that strikes 5 million people in our country.
Absolutely, it's unbelievable. And the Alzheimer's Association of Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia has it for its mission to raise awareness of this horrible disease and also to help those who are affected by it. And during the month of June, they are asking you, individuals, businesses, all of us, to help paint the town purple for Alzheimer's awareness, and also to help raise funds for the support and care and education of the local caregiver.
Here to tell us more about the Alzheimer's Association of Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia, as well as how you can help them paint the town purple and participate in other events to raise awareness, are two lovely ladies sitting right here, first-time guests on the Kingsport Chamber Zone. So happy to have them. January Tankersley and Jenny Jenkins. January January is the Manager of Development for the Alzheimer's Association of Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. Jenny is the Community Education and Marketing Director for Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice and is also the chair of the 2016 Walk to End Alzheimer's. So both of you, welcome. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Very important topic, and it's something that we probably can never have enough awareness about. So January, let's just start with you. Can you talk to us just a little bit about the Alzheimer's disease and the effect that it has on people?
Sure. Alzheimer's is, of course, the most common form of dementia that we see, and as you mentioned, there are about 5 million people in the United States who are affected. One thing a lot of people don't realize is that it's the 6th leading cause of death in the U.S. We know that caregivers and families, the patients, not only experience a very emotional toll from this disease, but a physical toll.
Absolutely.
And Jenny, speaking of the caregivers, I know the Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice provides compassionate care, not only with those who have the disease, but you also provide great care for the family members and the caregivers. So tell us about your wonderful organization and tell us about the effect that this disease has on those family members.
Well, it's very tragic, and until you've walked into a home or wherever home may be, a facility, and see firsthand not just what the patient themselves go through. You're talking about very brilliant folks at one time that are affected by this, and to see that deterioration is just heart-wrenching. And to see what it does to the families, you know, it's things that, one of the main things I've learned working with this is how often have we all been guilty of saying, if you need anything, just let me know. And I'll tell you right now, those caregivers need everything.
Sure.
And they're not really going to ask for it. They consider it a burden on someone else from their day-to-day responsibilities. Their life pretty much stops because they're busy taking care of their loved one. So hats off to the caregivers. They're remarkable people.
Well, in January, one of the things that the Alzheimer's Association does is that it not only provides assistance for those who suffer from the disease, but it also provides support for the caregivers too.
Absolutely. We provide local support groups. We can do education for caregivers or for businesses who deal with Alzheimer's disease. We can do care consultations for families and put them in touch with resources in our community. We also have a 24/7, 365-day-a-year hotline where they can call us if they have questions, if they're dealing with a difficult situation. We can help walk them through that. And then we also have a program called Trial Match, where if somebody has Alzheimer's in their family, or maybe they've been diagnosed, we can put them in touch with local trials that are going on, research trials in the area.
About how many people in Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia suffer from Alzheimer's?
Well, in the state of Tennessee, we have about 120,000 people who are affected.
Okay.
But one of the sad statistics is that only about 45% of people with Alzheimer's are ever diagnosed. So we want to help get the word out to people if they're experiencing a form of dementia, to get a hold of the Alzheimer's Association or, of course, their doctor, and we can help them find resources to get that diagnosis.
Absolutely.
And you're doing a lot to get the word out, and one of those efforts is your Paint the Town Purple event that's coming up in June. So tell us all about that.
Paint the Town Purple is an opportunity for businesses to paint their storefront, their office, decorated in purple. They can encourage their employees to wear purple, post images on social media, even offering a purple product during the month of June, just to try and bring awareness and show support for all those who are dealing with this disease.
That's great.
And Jenny, how can businesses and individuals get involved with Paint the Town Purple?
Well, we've been very pleased with the turnout, the people that really want to get involved with this. Last week I went literally door to door to a lot of the businesses in town, and still have more to go, but almost every store that I went into, someone had a story that had been touched with a family member that has had Alzheimer's. So everyone's really eager. You can do anything from purple bows to ribbons,
Bob would look good with
flowers.
those. You put that in your hair, that would look fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, there's just all kinds of things that you can do to show your storefront off and your support for the Alzheimer's Association.
Sure. And when does this event kick off?
June the 2nd.
Okay.
It will be the same night of Sip and Stroll in downtown Kingsport.
Okay.
We hope to give an award that night for the best dressed storefront. We also have streamers and bows, big purple bows that will go on 70-some trees down Broad Street.
That'll look great.
It will. And then we have 4 main trees on the corner of Broad and Center Street that will have real sparkly streamers hanging from the trees and lights around it. And so we're real excited about it.
Sure, that sounds fantastic. So if people want to participate, they want to donate, they want to volunteer, or whatever the case might be, how do they do that?
They can contact the Alzheimer's Association at our local number. We have a Facebook events page for this, Paint the Town Purple Kingsport, so they can get more information there. They can also, if they'd like to purchase the ribbons or the streamers, they can personalize the streamers with a loved one's name. They can call the DKA. Those are available there, or at Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice. They can pick one up there.
Great.
Now, you're also busy working on another event that's coming this fall, and that's the Walk to End Alzheimer's. So give us a preview of that.
Well, we're real excited about that
Right,
too.
yeah.
Our plates are full. We have a lot of fun things going on, but as it turns out, almost every one of our teams from last year have signed back up, so we're real excited about that. And I can't begin to tell you the number of new teams that we've listed.
Oh, that's great.
So I think we're going to have a great walk. It will be at Warriors Path on October the 1st.
What time does that start?
Registration's at 9 a.m. You can go online now at alz.org/walk and register if you haven't already.
And for more information on the Alzheimer's Association of Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia, for people who want to get involved, family members, loved ones, where can they find you?
Absolutely. Our website has a wealth of information and resources. They can go to alz.org and put in their zip code, and it will bring up their local Alzheimer's office, which we cover Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. So our phone number is on there, so they can reach out any time of day.
Great. And Jenny, if people want more information about Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice, where do they get that?
We have a website, smokyhhc.com. And it's full of information, what all we have to offer. We have a location in the Old Press Building, second floor, Mountain Region Family Medicine. There's an office there, and we have one at 106 Farrell Avenue in Colonial Heights.
Great.
Well, January Tankersley with the Alzheimer's Association of Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia, and Jenny Jenkins with Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice. Thanks for being with us today, and thanks for all you are doing to help those not only with the disease but the caregivers as well.
Thank you all.
Thank you for having us.
Stay tuned. We'll have more from Cattails right after this.
Well, we finally made it out here. We're on the 9th green here at Cattails at Meadowview. I still don't have my clubs, but they're in the car, so they're close.
The next best thing.
It is the next best thing. Love coming out here, this beautiful golf course. If you're a golfer, you need to come play Cattails at Meadowview. I want to thank the great team here today, which includes Laura's husband, the new pro here, Chris Woods, here at Cattails at Meadowview, and always the professional and great team at Spectrum Reach for producing our show.
They're the real pros when it comes to making us halfway,
certainly are
halfway ready for TV. If we're even that far. Remember, to find out what's happening here in Kingsport, you can always check us out here on the Kingsport Chamber Zone. You can also contact the Chamber. They're located at 400 Clinchfield Street. Give them a call at 392-8800. Check them out on the web at kingsportchamber.org, and they are also on Facebook and Twitter, so pay them a visit.
This is episode 299 of your Kingsport Chamber Zone, which you know what that means. The next one's the Big 300. Yes, and we are celebrating in grand style.
We're excited.
And we want to invite you to join us. We're going to have a big party of the 300th taping of your Kingsport Chamber Zone 2 weeks from today, which would be Tuesday, May 17th. It's an after hours at 5:30 p.m. at your Kingsport Chamber.
It's going to be fantastic, and we have to thank our sponsors for that big event. Of course, Spectrum Reach. I mean, you've been with us all along, so we need to have you there, and we want to celebrate you as well. We're also thankful for the beer run. I mean, how many times have we needed that for our show, right?
That's right. How many times have our viewers needed it? And of course, there will be plenty of food there, which will be provided by Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. Look forward to a fun night. Please come out and join us on Tuesday, May 17th, 5:30 p.m. at your Kingsport Chamber.
Fun doesn't stop on May 17th either, because the Downtown Kingsport Concert Series is gearing up, and that will kick off on Friday, May 27th. Where else? In downtown Kingsport. For more information, go to the Kingsport Chamber's website to see the concert lineup.
And for the 299th time, for all of us together on your CC, we are Bob and Laura reminding you to please be loyal
And buy local. Have a great week. Come see us.